Hi guys, I'm Amy and this is Storytime Corner. Today we are going to be making a wall hanging for less than $30. My idea of a sparkle moment a lot of times is checking off an item that I want to get done for a really good price. So let's get started.
So the first step in this project is to measure each of my wall hangings. I have a Spider-Man one for the marble room, a cottage one for the Snow White room, an abstract water one for the Little Mermaid room, and a mandala one for the Aladdin room. Next, I measured the width and depth of my boards and subtracted that. I needed space, so I was going to build these in the garage, but I am easily distractible and started cleaning instead. Thankfully, I got myself before pulling out the garage mop. I tried jimmy rigging my first frames over a year ago. Cardboard and thumbtacks for one, which fell down after a month, and using a too small shipping frame for the other, but the fabric kept flopping out. I searched for stretch frames, but I would have had to custom order something for a 4-foot by 6-foot piece, and it would have been crazy expensive. Then enough time went by that I just kind of got scared and couldn't start. But I did manage to buy 2 more wall hangings, which made sense at the time. But the girls really want to do their room tour, and they really wanted their wall hanging to look good for it. If anyone is like me, I often have a hard time doing something for myself, but I can do it for my kids. So this morning, you find me sweeping my garage and finally ready to make my frames. First, I cut the ends at a 45-degree angle. Then I measured the board from the longest side and marked the other side of the board. The first time I cut, I switched the angle of my saw, and then I realized it'd probably be easier to just flip my board over and leave the saw set as it was. After I cut all my boards, I made sure to write abbreviations on my boards for which wall hanging they went to, as I didn't want to mix up any of my boards since I was making 4 stretch frames today. I made the classic rookie mistake at first. I tried to do it on my own, and I skipped drilling a pilot hole. Big mistake, as the wood began splitting almost immediately. I got an extra set of hands, first Mike and then my mom, who was stopping by to chat and ended up getting roped into helping. So we drilled our pilot holes and then we sent in 2.5-inch screws. I didn't want the screw coming in from the top of the frame because then the sideboards would be like hanging from the screws. Instead, I screwed them from the side, more like a ladder rung. Any carpenters out there can tell me if this was the right thing to do or a mistake, but either way, I was happy with it. Then I brought in all my stretcher frames and got ready to attach the wall hangings. First, I put the wall hanging on the floor face down. Sprayed the back of the fabric with a water bottle, as I'm hoping that if I pull the fabric taut and it's damp, when it dries, the folds that came from shipping will finally go away. Then I put my frames centered on the back. After trying to figure out how to refill my staple gun, it would help if I used the right size of staples. Yes, I love my staple gun so much that I bought 2, but I wasn't smart enough to buy the same size. I started stapling on the top, lining the fabric edge with the edge of the frame. Then I went to the bottom. This one I stretched taut, not so much to bend the frame, but enough to eliminate the sag or wrinkles. Then I staple gunned every 3 to 4 inches. That might sound excessive, but I wanted the picture to lay completely flat. After finishing the bottom, I started on the side. I carefully folded up the corner at an angle and then straight up and then stapled it in 2 spots to make sure it held. Kind of felt like wrapping a present. It was fun. Then I went through the other side and voila, they're done. Like many things in life, it is almost depressing how much I dragged my feet on this and how quickly it was done. So, if any of you have a wall hanging you want to make look more professional without breaking the bank, or if you just have a project you've been dragging your feet on, hopefully this video has inspired you to just get out there, finish it up, and enjoy that sparkle moment that can only come from completing something that you've been fretting over for so long. And now, the best sparkle moment of all.
Close your eyes.
I get to see my girls' faces when they finally see their finished wall hanging.
You ready? What do you think?
Oh, I love it! Oh, it's fun. There's no wrinkles, guys. There's no wrinkles! Ow!
Thank you so much for joining us. Hope to see you soon. Bye!
Okay, last screw and we're done. I think I'm gonna clean up later. Do you like how I say I'm not gonna clean up? And then I clean up.